Hi friends, welcome back to Social Science class. Myself Johnson George. In this video we are going to study a new topic, the early Vedic periods. Children, we already learned what is called a Vedic age and its two division. The Vedic age divided into two periods called the early Vedic period and the later Vedic period. Today we are discussing about the early Vedic period. The early Vedic period is also called the Rigvedic age. Early Vedic period also called the Rigvedic age. Why it is called the Rigvedic age? The reason is very simple. It is because the Rigveda was composed at this time. Understood? Why early Vedic period also called the Rigvedic age? Tell me. The reason is that Rigveda was composed or Rigveda was written at this time. That's why we called this period Rigvedic age. We know there are 4 Vedas. Whatever the 4 Vedas, the Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda. Out of these 4, Rigveda is the first Veda. The period Rigveda was written was in between 1500 BC to 1000 BC. So the Indian history is 1500 BC to 1000 BC. That period we called what name? You are very right. The early Vedic age. It is also called Rigvedic age. Yes, you are right. I can say once again why this period is called Rigvedic age. Because Rigveda was composed at this time. Okay children, we can see some interesting fact about the Rigveda. Do you want to know? Yes, we want to study some interesting facts about the Rigveda. The Rigveda is a very valuable source of information on the early Vedic period. The life of the people, their economic condition, their social condition, their religious belief, all about this period we can understand if we read which book? Rigveda. So we called Rigveda is a very valuable source of information on the early Vedic period. Then what is Rigveda? Rigveda is a collection of 1028 hymns and prayers. It is the collection of 1028 hymns and prayers. We are praying to our God. We are praising our God. So these prayers means it is full of the praise of God and goddesses. Are you praising your God? We must praise our God because God giving us a lot of blessing every day, every minute, every second. We are under the protection of the God. So always we thank to our God. Always, all the 24 hours, every second, we should thank to our God. Thank you, God, giving us this much good mommy and daddy. Thank you, God. You provide us this day. Thank you, God. You protected me from that corona or the epidemic. So like that, we always Thank you God, because God only protecting us. So in Rigveda, what is there? There is full of the hymns and the prayers that praising the gods and goddesses. Then the hymns are called, another term is there, that is called Sukta. The hymns were also called another term, Sukta. Sukta means well spoken. And friends, do you know who composed these prayers or the hymns? The hymns were generally composed by rishis. The great rishis. They composed or they made this all the suktas. Not only rishis, some learned women also. Some learned women also composed some of the sukta. So the rishis and learned women composed the suktas. Okay, we learned some interesting fact about the Rigveda, or important fact about the Rigveda. Rigveda is a good evidence about the life of the people of the early Vedic periods. Next we see that there are 1028 hymns were there in the book. Also prayers are there. The prayers of praising gods and goddesses. Then these hymns we called Sukta. Okay, and who wrote these ones? The rishis and some learned women. Very interesting to know about our Rigveda. The next point is that how this Rigveda was composed. Initially means at first the Rigveda was not in the written form, not in the alphabetical form. Then how it was passed on orally. Orally means talking. So there was no any book during that days. We are talking about that early Vedic age, centuries before. That time there was no any books. So these all the suktas, they were narrated and passed from one person to another orally. So like that, the knowledge passed on in this way. Which way? Orally, is known as Shruti. What is called Shruti? Shruti means what is called Shruti? Shruti means the knowledge passed on orally. From the word orally. Orally is known as Shruti. Okay, learn the answer. What is called Shruti? Shruti means knowledge passed on in orally is known as Shruti. Okay, then the Vedic teachers, during the Vedic age, what done the teachers? The teachers took great care to teach students to pronounce words, how to pronounce the word, how to tell the words. They given very importance on that, how to pronounce the words and memorize the hymns correctly. So the teachers taught the students how to pronounce each word, and they memorized, or the students by hearted each hymns very thoroughly, and that student, he orally said that things to the next one. Like that, for ages, the Rigveda, it is passed from one person to another. Okay. So the next one is that we can see the political life of the early Vedic age. The early Vedic people lived where? Where they lived? They lived in the region called Saptasindhu. They lived in a region called Saptasindhu. Okay, so the people of the early Vedic period or early Vedic culture we excavated from the Saptasindhu region, means the modern Haryana and Punjab. Modern Haryana and Punjab region we excavated with the evidences of Vedic life, early Vedic life. Do you know what is called Saptasindhu? Saptasindhu means name of 7 rivers. Which are the rivers? The name of the rivers are the Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, Satluj and Saraswati. Okay, Indus 1, Jhelum 2, Chenab 3, Ravi 4, Beas 5, Satluj 6, Saraswati 7. How many rivers are there? Total 7 rivers are there. So these 7 rivers together called Saptasindhu. But the Saptasindhus are not at present. One of the Saptasindhu river called Saraswati now dried up. No water in that river. Now it is remaining only 6 rivers. Which rivers? Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. Saraswati river disappeared. In Puranas told many stories about that, how they disappeared there. But we are not going to that stories. Here we can remember that the Saptasindhus, Saraswati now dried up. I can show you this region. Where is the region? It is our India map, and there the Saptasindhu region. That means this yellow colored region. This region is called the Saptasindhu region. Can you notice this? All the rivers here. This river it is called Indus river. This river it is called Jhelum river. This is the river Chenab, and this is the river called Ravi, and here is the river called Beas, and here is the river Saraswati. This river Saraswati, that is not at present, that dried up. All other rivers were there. I hope you understood all the points. What is the early Vedic age and why that period is called Rigvedic age, and what are some of the features of the Rigvedic age. We will meet again in our next video with a new topic. Bye.